Ernest Borgnine finally broke his silence on Frank Sutton late in life, and when he did, his words revealed not only the depth of Sutton's character but also the soul of a man who understood loyalty, humility, and brotherhood better than most. Born Ernest Borgnine on January 24, 1917, in Hamden, Connecticut, to Italian immigrant parents, Borgnine grew up in a modest household where hard work, perseverance, and humility were non-negotiable values, shaping the grounded, relatable presence he carried both on and off screen. Before Hollywood ever discovered him, Borgnine spent a full decade serving in the United States Navy, an experience that instilled discipline, responsibility, and a deep respect for teamwork, qualities that later defined his reputation as one of the most dependable and beloved figures in the entertainment industry. After World War II, with no clear plan ahead, it was his mother who encouraged him to try acting, recognizing his expressive face, booming laugh, and natural charisma. Borgnine began humbly in theater, learning the craft the hard way through small regional productions, earning respect through persistence rather than privilege. When he finally arrived in Hollywood, he didn't resemble a traditional leading man, but his rugged authenticity, emotional honesty, and versatility set him apart, culminating in his unforgettable Academy Award-winning performance in Marty, where his tender portrayal of a lonely butcher transformed him into a symbol of quiet humanity. Over the decades, Borgnine appeared in more than 200 films and television shows, from Here to Eternity and The Dirty Dozen to McHale's Navy, and even voice work like Mermaid Man on SpongeBob SquarePants, never losing his warmth or joy. His personal life reflected a man learning and evolving through love and loss, from early marriages marked by ambition and turbulence, including a famously brief 32-day union with Ethel Merman, to lasting peace found with his fifth wife, Tova Tresna, who remained his devoted partner until his death. Yet among all his relationships, one that lingered quietly in public silence was his friendship with Frank Sutton, the unforgettable Sergeant Carter from Gomer Pyle, USMC. When Borgnine finally spoke about Sutton, his admiration was unmistakable, describing him as a man whose explosive energy was real, whose booming laughter filled entire rooms, and whose tough exterior concealed a deeply generous and disciplined heart. Borgnine recalled how Sutton mentored younger actors, respected the craft with near-military seriousness, and quietly helped crew members and colleagues without seeking recognition. Their bond, forged through shared values and mutual respect as character actors who portrayed ordinary men with extraordinary honesty, endured despite separate career paths. Sutton's sudden death in 1974 struck Borgnine profoundly, not just as the loss of a colleague, but as the loss of a man who gave everything he had every time he stepped on stage. Borgnine emphasized that Sutton didn't merely play Sergeant Carter, he became him, and that authenticity is why audiences still remember him. By finally breaking his silence, Borgnine offered the world a fuller portrait of Sutton not as a caricature, but as a passionate professional and loyal friend. Ernest Borgnine passed away peacefully at age 95 on July 8, 2012, at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles due to renal failure, closing the final chapter of a life defined by humility, service, and heart. Even in his final days, those close to him recalled the same warmth, humor, and unmistakable spark that had defined him for nearly a century, leaving behind a legacy not only of unforgettable performances, but of genuine humanity, something both he and Frank Sutton shared, and something audiences will never forget.